So
So who
basically,
will do the reading? Bala ma'am?
okay, sure.
One sec.
Priya madam రావడం లేదేం సార్ ఈ
I
మధ్య
can also contribute in
Ivan
reading, sir.
Ravana.
I can
No,
try
all of us will
sometime.
get an
Yeah.
opportunity.
When Bala ma'am means I don't know, I can try.
Yeah. You
So
want to
are
try
we
now?
recording?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah.
We are
Let
recording.
us
Okay.
let us record.
we are recording already message came.
Swarna, you want to try?
Yeah, I can go. I can go ahead,
Okay.
ma'am, and
Sure,
try,
sure.
and you can pick it up.
Sure.
Yeah.
So this section, we are actually dealing with form destiny, prenatal influences, conception and fetal development. So దీనికి parallel గా my request is that I hope people have gone through that embryogenesis and chakras. I had posted a
Yeah.
small book or a research
Yeah,
paper.
yeah.
Right?
I
That
remember
will
long
come
time
in
ago.
handy probably as we read through.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, sir. We
let's
can
go.
refer as needed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sir, form destiny అంటే
Once is-
is it a group destiny?
No.
No,
Form and
our doer.
No.
see, AIA mundu, the aspect of the soul that is advancing. That is the form aspect.
ఎందుకంటే ఇది FARM FORM కనిపించడం లేదు.
FORMA.
Okay. I thought it is FA.
No, breath form.
FO.
This is the form aspect of the breath form.
Okay, now I get it. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Once his form destiny begins with prenatal influences on the body, in which he will dwell and lasts through life and beyond death until the end of his heaven period. The race to which the body will belong had been determined at the end of the previous life. The family in that race in which the body will be formed is selected to meet the requirements of the doer's destiny. Is it clear, sir?
It can be better. I will give you a sample of how I expect you to read. One's form destiny begins with parental influences on the body, in which he, when he means he, it is the form, is
No,
going to dwell, or the doer is going to dwell, and lasts through life and beyond death until the end of his heaven period. What is that heaven period? I will just help you understand.
After death.
One sec. I will just show you the diagram.
Isn't that 13 stages, sir? After death?
Yeah.
They go
Yeah.
in the room and counsel.
Correct.
Yes.
Right. Come on, go. Where are the diagrams here?
In my book, they are end of the book, sir.
In not only your book, all the books, they are at the end.
And okay. Because we just wanted to.
And I just wanted to see if I could reach there faster. Okay.
You can put V-D, sir. V-D. That takes you to the V-D.
No, that also will.
One more.
It will be referred like that everywhere in this book.
Oh, you
It's
have so
just
many
going-
V-D. Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Now it came.
Now it
Now,
came,
yeah.
correct. Okay, now see what is happening. Death has occurred, right? After
Yes.
that, the dream of the life section. Judgment, hell, separation from gross desires section. See, when we die, we have the desires, right? unfulfilled desires, etc.
Mhm.
They are getting separated here. Parallelly, what you have completed, what you have not completed, where you have gone wrong, all those are going. And where are they going? See, look at the opposite one. They are going and sitting as thoughts. Thought of life section. Next life.
Oh.
Okay?
So
Separation
they're
from
getting
lower thought section is directly going into embryonic this one. That is what he is referring to now. Okay. Then what is happening? Purification of breath form section to determine what you have learnt, etc. Okay. That is being inputted as the placental life section. That means you are forming the next life.
Yeah,
But
placenta.
in this, he is going to continue, end of heaven phase is going to be here.
Hmm.
Okay. Till
Peaceful
that
rest
form.
stage, I think, sir.
And
Is it?
that is the end of heaven.
Hmm.
Okay. Then your next birth life plan starts. Here, first trimester, second trimester, third trimester is the meeting between the mother and child to be
Hmm.
before the
Even
final contract
somewhere,
is done. Huh?
somewhere I read, sir, thought of life section starts when even mother and father they start their journey. You know, marrying or maybe they
Not
starting.
marrying, not
Is it?
marrying.
Not
That is
means
not
after
correct.
marriage they're
It is not
planning
after
for a.
marriage also. It is part of their soul plan.
Hmm.
Okay. Right?
So
So
when does the
now,
soul enter the embryo?
pardon?
When soul enters the embryo?
It is at the breath and form, for breath of the individual child.
No, but it is okay. That means after birth.
Yes. Soul is there in the formative stages, the aspect form.
Yeah. So soul enters in the womb.
Yeah.
Yes, but you don't call it soul there, it is the form aspect. Surviving on mother's breath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My idea was slightly different because the seed comes from the father. So I thought the form is basic contribution from father because that is the
No. అదే కదా వాడు మనకు హెరిడిటీ సెక్షన్ 2 లో వాడు చెప్పింది.
Both mother and father contribute.
Correct.
Their breath is only from the mother.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right? So let us proceed. The family,
Okay,
yeah. Where are we? Yeah, the dual portion. No, I think I was doing the reading, right? End
The
of the
family.
seventh
Yeah.
period. The race to which the body will belong had been determined at the end of the previous life. Okay? Where is he
So
going to be born? What is the
end of
race?
the so
Yeah.
basically when he says immediately after death he sees the whole picture of the life. Is this the already he whatever he finished?
No, this
Or
is,
is it
this is much later. This is already decided.
okay? Yeah.
The race
But
to
what
which,
I'm saying,
race is like
that-
race and caste. That's what he's talking about.
yeah.
Yes.
No, race is,
Okay.
I mean, which
Yeah.
country, all those parameters.
Race and caste.
Yeah.
Yes, she's right.
Hmm.
At the end of the previous life.
See, sir, except in
is this-
Hinduism, you don't really have this caste business.
No, true. Race
Yeah.
means
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
what- I mean, in general, it is the black, white, Negro, or that is what they are talking about.
Correct.
And then, but end of previous life, end of life is the, I mean, whatever we call prana leaving the body, is that the end of the life? Or,
Yes.
or
Yes.
a few days thereafter, when they go to the council, where the
No.
council.
No, previous
Sir,
end of
your
the.
fifth form, you are Vyayana leaving the body.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
That instant
So,
is decided.
oh, so that means that a person who lives maybe in subconscious mind, he will continue whatever the
Correct.
thoughts he's going through. Maybe if he want to born in American,
No,
then
no.
he'll.
What is complete, what is not complete? It will be determined there itself.
No, but he doesn't decide, right?
Yeah, he doesn't do anything.
It's
He
a
doesn't say maybe
decision taken
internally.
later on.
Sir, even later on, it is the soul that has to decide.
I agree.
It is
But on
only the others are only consultants.
No, that's right. On the suggestions of the elders,
Hmm.
the soul
Not even
decides.
suggestions. Elders will only fine tune it for your benefit.
Agreed. What I'm saying is, but it is not done immediately at the end of life. That's why I was questioning what is end of previous life.
Sir,
Will be
end of
done.
previous life on earth, and then there are those stages, right? It is one of those stages.
Yeah.
So not
Because that
immediately.
has to be a thought, when the thoughts are getting separated and going into thought of
Yeah,
life,
yeah.
right?
Yeah, when the record is corrected,
Correct.
separated from what has been experienced, what is necessary to experience in the next life.
Correct. The family in that race in which the body will be formed is selected to meet the requirements of the doer's destiny. Doer's destiny is his plan. Can be linked to his soul plan.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, one of the 13
That
stages.
is clear,
Yeah.
sir. That is clear. But Ramakrishna sir is asking, like, when is that race he is going to determine?
That has not been
Because-
clarified up till this point.
Yeah.
Maybe we have to see,
That is.
Yeah, we have to
Yes.
wait. Yeah,
Yeah.
but we just let's think that it is at the end of the life.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right? The doer portion, which is to re-exist, brings about the influences which will affect its body during formation. Okay. And will provide it through the family with which tendencies as are the result of its past thoughts and fit the opportunities of the present. So that balancing act is getting done at that formative stage. This is the doer portion which is to re-exist.
Yeah.
Why is it re-exist?
Re-exist means he is continuing his next incarnation.
Until he balances.
Correct.
But the doer from the previous janma is continuing in
Yeah.
next janma.
Yes, that is the soul,
Yeah.
right?
That is
Same thing
Yeah.
has to continue.
Correct.
Yeah.
Hardly ever, right? Is anyone in afterlife conscious of suffering incident to the formation of the body in its place in the womb? So, hardly ever is anyone in the afterlife conscious of the suffering incident to the formation of the body in its place in the womb. So, that means while in the womb, as the growth is happening, right, there are so many challenges and sufferings that take place. One is never aware of them.
Yes. Yes.
Right?
Yes.
He who does remember is one who understands his own shortcomings and his duties and his failings of his fellows, who sympathizes with the weakness of others and who endeavors to assist in their difficult times. That means he is an evolved personality.
Yeah. That's right. So such people, they remember what's going on even in the womb.
Correct. No, they are able to remember the suffering incident while in the womb.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
For
Suffering incident. That's
example,
what.
if you really take it this way, Abhimanyu is one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jagdish
Yes,
sir, you
yes.
are wanting to add something?
No, nothing. Sorry,
Okay.
I'm in a much better position after the day before yesterday's doctor's visit. So I had
Okay.
gone on to Mysore. I just came back this meeting just about 1.5 ago.
Oh,
So I'm just following this.
right. So the selection of a family and of the time of building the body often involves many problems. The physical destiny of the doer in the body must fit in with innumerable events in the lives of others and with public matters.
Yeah, the contracting, you know,
Huh?
the
No, no, no,
contract
no,
they
no.
have
No,
to
no,
make
no,
with
no,
the
no, no,
family
no.
and the people.
No,
Not
no,
the
no.
contract. No, no, he's
See,
talking about,
Adjustments that we have
there
to
is
make.
a
yeah.
there is a physical destiny, there is a psychic destiny, there is a neotic destiny, there is a mental destiny. Okay. Here, what he is talking about is between the psychic and the physical.
Mm.
It is like this. This is the specification of a product that you have selected. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then you bring it home, you do the installation. For example, I bought a 50-inch TV recently for my grandchildren who are getting together in a month's time.
Mm.
Okay. Now, he brought the 50-inch TV and we found that I had only 49 inches space. So, into the physical space available, I had to make modifications. I didn't want a TV smaller than 50 inches. So what did I do? I got the sides of the shelf moved inwards and created the 2-inch space so that I can even service it tomorrow. Are you getting the point? That means
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
the
He's modifying.
physical destiny of the doer in the body has got suitably modified from the psychic destiny aspect. Right? So the way to read this is the selection of a family at the time of building the body often involves many problems. The physical because once he is to come into the body, the physical destiny of the doer in the body must fit in with innumerable events in the lives of others. Agar marriage ayundali leda all those factors should have taken place for the conception to happen also. Correct. Now,
Sir,
conception itself is dependent on so many factors.
The one question,
Yeah.
TV you can always return, but here is there a point of return?
There is a point of return from the soul perspective.
That's abortion. That's a miscarriage.
It could be a miscarriage, or it could be the mother leaving the body during the time of delivery, before the delivery is completed. There are so many aspects. Sir.
Okay, results in rejection of the fetus.
Correct.
Yeah.
Rejection of the fetus is what?
No, it is not the rejection of the fetus as much as the fetus deciding to abort itself.
Yeah, that's right.
Right?
It just decides only certain period.
Correct. Right? So, time, condition, and place are all important. Otherwise, exteriorization will not happen.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So, now you have to fit the event of even being the moment when the child has to enter has to be fitted into the other terms and conditions. This is what you call in our legal contract, you will say dotting the I's and crossing the T's.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Time, condition, and place are all important. To be born too soon or too late would mean being a misfit in the social order. the time for the beginning of a certain body must be selected so as to allow the cycles of its own life to intersect cycles in the lives of others with whom it is to be connected.
Yeah. With other family
With the
members.
Yeah, the other
Yeah.
family members who are to be there as per his soul plan, who are the siblings to be there, elder siblings, all those sequences are going to play a role.
Yeah.
Can I say something here?
Yes, sir.
It's not just the question of your family, siblings it is talking about.
It's also
you
the
have
social.
to exist and think there are a lot. Yes, there are a lot of. Who are you going to connect? For example, you and I are connected right now. Imagine we were
Soul
born at
family.
different times. This would not happen, right? This wouldn't
Correct.
happen like that.
Now, all these.
If you celestial destiny, if you remember that book, it talks of suddenly there is people who are totally unknown to each other suddenly get into touch and get together and build a big project. How does this happen? This is what it means. So you should have been born at that particular time, so that there is a match. Otherwise, there'll be a mismatch.
Of all those conditions.
The social order, yes.
Now, that is what we call the soul family in spiritual tablets.
Fine.
So now how we do that is, we treat the entire soul plan as a movie production. You need various characters to come and play their role to give you the experience that is essential. That is what you are actually explaining. The other connections. To complete the experiences that you have chosen out of the 40 divine virtues that you have selected.
30.
And those have to be part of the 360 degrees viewpoint because your experience has to be comprehensive. That is what it is.
Isn't it? Isn't it 30 in Joe Dispenza? He mentioned, he said 30 virtues.
No, I would go by what has been written. One in Ramakrishna Mission's Divine Virtues.
Okay.
And the other one is by Robert Squads, who gives it even in the lecture that has been posted. The link has been posted here. Right?
Oh, they are the 40.
Otherwise,
Okay.
please do it once again.
Soul plan, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, sir, I'll do it. Yeah. No, I posted, but I don't know if I posted
I think
to
it
this
is there.
group or other
It is
group.
there. Soul.
So, the selection has been made, and at the time of conception, the breath form enters the atmosphere of the father and mother.
What is atmosphere?
Huh?
What is atmosphere of the father and mother? Is it
environment?
The aura.
Environment, sir, in their house.
The body aura, sir.
Yeah, atmosphere of the father and mother.
Correct.
Means in their life, sir, their life and in their family.
No, it is not just their life. It is also the radiations of their respective bodies and the components inside. The four systems of the body.
Scientifically, all the systems of
you
the body
forgot
and their
about
thoughts.
the fact that when the body is formed from this one, it has got these knower, thinker, doer. The knower goes and sets in the adrenaline, and the adrenals and this one. And through their interaction with nature, they form four systems of the body: respiratory, digestive, circulatory, regenerative. Those radiate out and form the atmosphere of the human body, which are your chakras, and each one contributing its own energy level to that, etc. You can further divide to that level. Okay.
So that light form of father and mother.
That
the breath form
I
of
would call it the
doer
subtle forms of the father and mother, which is sitting as an atmosphere of each other. They are
Right.
interacting.
with the breath form of the doer, not breath form. Here, the breath form enters. So it is the
Breath
doer's
form is
breath
entering. That means breath is coming and the form is coming. Both are intermingling.
with the father and mother's aura.
No, it is coming from the father and mother's aura. That is what he's saying, right?
Now, when the selection has been made, and at the
Correct.
time of conception, at the
Correct.
conception of mother and father,
The
the
breath form enters the atmosphere of the father and mother because form is in the ether, right?
No, right.
Yeah.
Breath form
And
of
the
the
breath
doer.
is coming from the father and mother.
No, breath is coming from the mother. We decided that.
We didn't decide. He has added that next step also in one of the previous sections of this chapter. It says it is the mother and father.
Oh.
Both are responsible.
Because I thought breath is basically mother's breath.
While the baby
One
is
sec,
growing
let me go
in the
back to
womb.
that page. So
I think at
that
the
this-
conception, at the conception, it enters into both, but while the baby is growing, I think in the womb, it survives on the mother's breath.
So it is not just a mother's breath, it is the doer's breath that enters. The mother and father.
there is no doer at this point.
Right, that's what I was thinking, but then it says the breath
It is
form.
the
Breath form of
AIA,
doer.
AIA.
See, during the development, the breath of the breath form is separated from its form, but will again be reunited with it.
Sir, at the time of copulation of the parents,
Huh?
this breath form
This
enters
breath form means
joined physical atmosphere. On page, I don't know the page number because I'm brought about a change.
okay, no. The breath form means here again, whose breath form? That question is not answered.
Before conception of the physical body, the AIA is in the psychic atmosphere.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
There, it revivifies the form with its breath as the breath form unit, with its breath. So, with the breath from the psychic world, each of these worlds have got a parameter of the breath, sir. The physical world, the psychic world, the mental world, and the neotic world has got a representation of breath.
Okay. Gradually, it sinks to the light plane of the physical world. Life lacks in the light plane.
Right. So the breath is there in the atmosphere itself. It is like cosmic energy.
Yeah, yeah. Invisible breath form.
Right. Now the changing aspect from amoeba to some other character, from caterpillar to butterfly, all that is the form aspect that is changing. Are you with me?
Yeah.
So in that way, okay. So where are we? Correct. Right? when the selection has been made and at the time of conception, the breath form enters the atmosphere of the father and mother from the nature side. You can take it that way. The breath is coming from the physical world or the psychic world, depending upon where this action is happening. Since it is the father and mother, it cannot be the psychic world, it has to be the physical world. Okay, right? Conception is caused by the presence of the form of the breath form. It binds there two germs in the body of the woman by fusing the radiant matter in both germs, and is the center at which universal forces begin the building of the new physical body. Clear?
Yeah.
Any question?
Read it again, please. Conception is caused by the presence of the form of the breath form. Okay. So there is no breath at that stage. Conception is caused by the presence of the
breath is
form
there,
of the
but
breath
not
form.
of the physical world, probably the breath of the psychic world.
No, of the breath form, it is only the form, right? Conception
Well,
means it is the form is taking place.
that is what he is explaining in the next line. It binds the two germs in the
meaning
body
male
of
and
the
female.
woman. Pardon?
Yeah. Two germs meaning male and female, egg and the sperm, in the body of the woman, yes, in the womb, by fusing the radiant matter, yeah, fusing both egg and the sperm in both germs.
Okay. And is the center at which universe forces begin the building of the new physical body.
Yeah, so new physical body is formed by the universal forces. The body is formed, it is giving the form, basically. Formed meaning that
That is what he is also saying. It is the, sir, form is nothing but the impression. It is the blueprint. Right? Like it is your gas cylinder. Gas cylinder has to join the radiance of a matchstick or a spark for it to function as fire, correct?
No, but he says it is a radiant matter.
Correct, sir. Radiant matter. In the substates, we have got 4 states, correct?
Yes.
4 substates. There is a radiant solid coming from the radiant matter.
Yeah, that is radiant solids, I think. That's what it means.
This is that same matter. It is the radiant matter.
Right.
It is not the fluid matter. It is not the airy matter, but it is the
radiant matter.
Radiant.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. This radiant matter develops into a small astral or radiant solid body.
Yeah. New physical body. Yes.
Okay. Which takes on the impressions from the form. So this is the architect's blueprint.
Yeah.
This is what is there in my understanding as impression in the Akashic record, which is on the ether. Your thoughts, as they rise higher to the circular planes, they get impressed upon the ether, which is the Akash. Okay. And then where are we? The expansion of the radiant solid body within the fused cells causes the physical cells to divide and so to multiply until the potential form within the radiant solid body is gradually built out into the growing embryo. Clear? Any question?
Yeah, it's clear.
Very clear, right? The
Yeah.
bonding is the union of three and is like a gong, a summons, or a trumpet blast. Inaudible to physical ears, the summons brings in the elementals which are directly concerned with the building in their order.
So the three, union of the three, he's saying, is this Annamaya, Pranamaya, all those close?
Yes,
I mean,
yes, yes.
okay.
See, this multiplication and then reforming and all that is basically forming of the radiant solid body,
Yeah,
right?
that's aura.
No, not aura. This is the radiant solid body, ma'am. Now it is moving into becoming the embryo, right?
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah,
So the conception has taken place.
yeah.
Now there is energy that is going in to make it a complete unit.
Mm-hmm.
That is happening by virtue of the nutrients, the nutrients getting attracted by that cells. Right?
Yeah.
These physical cells, they divide and multiply.
Mm-hmm.
That means that it is like a nuclear fission that is taking place.
Yes.
Okay. Right? Hundreds of these gongs resound through the world every minute. Each call is answered by those elementals only, which are to build that particular body. This is like your Ethernet, ISO, OSI.
So what does he mean, gongs?
What does he mean by gongs? They are part of the cells. Jagdish sir, you are muted, I think.
Mitochondria or something like that?
No. Sorry. The gongs here, as I understand, it's a subtle way of saying it's an indication of what has happened at the moment.
Oh, I see.
All these indication of the fusion that's happening every moment.
Oh,
Sir,
indication of that fusion.
Jagdish sir.
Yes, with every gong, yeah.
I have a question.
Yeah, tell me.
The bonding, what bonding? Bonding of
the various elementals.
The various elements.
The various elements that have to happen, right?
So there is the mother.
You must. No, that's okay. Whatever it is, I'm just explaining the word gong. Gong resounds. What does it mean? Gong resounds means indicate, right? Gong is an indication. Resounds is the either physical or the psychic sound that happens.
Okay.
Indication of each of the fusion of each of the elements that is required. It goes on gong like that. It's like a bell in the very, very crude way of putting it.
Correct.
Like a magic wand, you do the gong.
Like if you can use it like a magic wand, if you want to call it. Yes. You may call it that way, yes.
Yeah, Jagdish sir, when you say that, hundreds of these gongs resound through the world every minute. Does it mean hundreds of conceptions are happening? So each one has one gong?
No. This is referring to the one particular.
So yes, for that particular fetus that we are talking about,
it
will generate hundreds of gongs over a period of time, not at one time.
Yeah.
Actually, I
Gongs means
would
not
probably
one
think
instant.
differently.
Not what it means, it doesn't, let's say one time, it doesn't mean one instant. In the process, as this fetus, as this particular conception takes place, see, you make an announcement, right? And there are so many issues, so many elements, so many, earlier it was mentioned, so many things have to happen, right? For this conception to take place and then give birth. So that is what is resounding.
After the
Telling everyone, hey,
conception,
this happened, come here. Warning everybody like that. Okay, this happened, please, are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready? Like that. Not actually, are you ready? So many things are happening concurrently.
yeah, but
Right.
what,
And that is what it's taking note of.
no, but
That
what
is what
my,
it's taking note of.
sir, my understanding is these
Yeah.
gongs, meaning that changes are happening in the womb. Those are indicated to the woman concerned that, hey, these developments are happening in there. Every minute, he says, yes, every minute, if hundreds of these gongs are issued by the same
But it
fetus,
is not necessarily the woman. Basically, what is he saying here?
The-
Let
the
me
entire
read this
universe.
portion once again. This radiant matter develops into a small astral or radiant solid body, which takes on the impressions from the form. Okay, let me read further. The expansion of the radiant solid body within the fused cells causes the physical cells to divide and so to multiply until the potential form within the radiant solid body is gradually built out into a growing embryo.
yes, so embryonic stage has started.
No, that has started.
Yes.
The bonding is the union of the three. The bonding or union of the three, what are they? The elementals, the fused cells, and the impression.
Or my understanding is,
Oh,
no, my
Okay.
understanding is union of the three means it is the soul that has come in, father
No,
and the
soul has
mother.
not yet come, only the soul aspect has come in.
Yeah, soul aspect
form
has
only
come
has
in
come.
there. Father and
Huh?
mother, three of those.
no.
Three
He is
of them
still
are
But
explaining.
father
explaining.
and mother, the job is over.
No, the bonding is the union. The bonding that he is talking
Union of
about.
what? The elementals, the impression, and the radiant solid body, the fused cells.
And is like a gong.
Sir, the
please-
union is
please-
expressing the impact of the union.
Yeah, I thought union of the three.
What
Three
three?
souls there basically.
No. These three are different. The bonding is the union of the three and is like a gong, comma, a summons or a trumpet blast.
Blast. That's what I meant. It's a gong. It's an
Inaudible
announcement.
to
It's a
physically.
thing.
Okay.
Which go further. It says this announcement is only for the mother. It summons all the elements which are necessary for this particular.
For making that particular shape.
Yes.
So what are the three elementals in the radiant body?
And the cells. That is what I understood.
Okay. And the dividing cells.
Correct.
So previously it says the physical cells. You look at the previous chapter, the last sentence. That's what it implies.
Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
See, that's what he's saying now. The expansion of the radiant solid body within the
Yeah.
fused cells. That means
Yeah.
the matter, that matter which is expanding,
Yeah.
right, in that soul causes the physical cells to divide
Yeah.
and multiply until the potential form of the radiant solid body is gradually built out. The bonding, where is that bonding coming from? The bonding is between their two germs in the body of the woman. And, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the new physical body. That becomes the bonding of the three, sir, in my opinion.
Yeah,
If I
three
read the
So
beginning,
yeah, even here, even Ramakrishna sir has a point. Like if two cells are coming, two germs, and one radiant element is coming. That radiant is the soul is going to come. From
Yeah.
it is
ether,
not the soul.
Akashic.
That is what I am
Not
clarifying.
yet. No, it's not a soul.
Akashic
Not soul.
means ether.
When does the
Ether or
soul
something.
enter the body, Swarna?
No, no,
Again, I have to take
not-
you back to the
No,
fundamentals.
no, sir, not soul. Like something
Ah.
radiant element from
It
the
is the
Akashic.
form aspect, which is the impression.
Yeah,
Yeah.
impression. Exactly.
Yes.
So that is why I
Impression.
said it is
Mistaken.
the two germs,
And
the
plus
two
this
germs
radiant.
and the impression are the three
Impression.
Yeah.
elements.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Three bondage of three union. Exactly. Now
Yeah.
it's
It is the
That's right.
union
Yeah.
of the
Yeah.
three.
Sir,
And
Ramakrishna sir is almost right. Just little bit, radiant
say,
element. you
here we
missed
are
there.
not talking right and wrong. We are trying to see that all of us have the same understanding.
Yeah. Now it makes sense. The two
Hmm.
germ cells and the radiant matter.
Those
Yeah,
are
radiant
Correct.
matter is that. Mhm.
Right, which is developing into a small radiant solid body, which is the
Yeah.
astral body.
Mm.
when
Okay.
these three fuse, then the summons are issued.
Yeah.
The summons brings
Sir, it is
in
no
the-
summons issue. The three is compared to a gong, a summons, or a trumpet blast.
whatever it is without
It is
the
just an
okay.
analogy. Let us not
Yeah.
think about
Yeah.
the gong and all that. That is only trying to
Okay.
explain to us.
I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah.
Inaudible to the physical ear, the summons brings in the elements. That means this gong or summons or whatever, that means the energy waves that are getting generated is attracting those elementals which are directly concerned with the building in their order.
Absolutely right. That is how it should be understood.
Correct. Correct. Right? Can somebody continue reading? Something has fallen in my eye.
Hundreds of these gongs resound through the world every minute. Hundreds of these gongs resound through the world every minute.
That means this union is happening and
Yeah.
the elementals are getting sucked in line with the impressions for
Yeah.
forming the build out of the body.
Yeah. But we are not aware of it.
Correct.
But each call is answered by those elementals only
Let me
which
just
are
wash
to
my
build.
eye and come. You continue.
Okay. But each call is answered by those elementals only which are to build that particular body. Okay.
Those
So
elements only.
Yeah. So in
By
that
those
proportion.
elements only, which are to build that particular. Yes.
Yeah.
No, that means
Oh.
they are indexed. Indexed to that particular couple.
Only for that particular, yes, whatever is relevant only to that.
Yeah, that means there is a barcode that's generated to the infant, and that barcode should be similarly incorporated whatever the building materials
Specific.
are coming up, right?
Yeah, it is very specific to that. Yeah.
Sir, it is
On-
specific to the impression that is carried. Impression is the one that is going to decide even the proportion of each of the element that is getting attracted.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes.
Because that is the blueprint, that is the formula.
Yeah.
For the build out
So-
of the body, that is the frozen formula.
Yes.
Why
Yeah,
he's
that's
telling
correct.
resound through the world every minute? Why he's bringing world, sir, here?
Because anywhere you don't know where it is.
See,
All over. So
Yeah, I
many.
use
Oh,
that
everywhere,
word is the
everywhere.
physical world. No,
Oh,
here it
no.
means the physical world, the psychic world, and all those. These elementals
No,
are there
maybe
everywhere.
these gongs happen throughout the world everywhere. It's in the mother's womb. It's
And
happening, right?
this
That's what.
reaction is happening everywhere. That is what he is saying. Again, you
Not
people
only in the
are
mother's womb.
treating the gong, the summons, and the trumpet blast as physical entities. No, it is just an example.
Yeah.
It is an analogy.
What it means is
Okay, sir.
all that is required of this for this to develop happens. I mean, is
Correct.
affected, and
And
only
it
those
is a
that is required are
continuous
affected.
process.
Yes.
And it is a continuous process. It is not that I start a portion of it now, then tomorrow I will rebuild it. It is not that kind of a mechanical job-oriented stuff. It has to keep happening continuously.
When he says the world, does he mean the physical world on the earth or everywhere in the universe?
Ma'am, where is the conception taking place?
On the physical world. Okay,
So
on
it
the
has
earth.
to be the
Yeah.
physical world, straight.
Okay.
No
Okay.
confusion, no aspect.
Yeah, yeah.
Confusion
Only
के
those.
लिए गुंजाइश नहीं है.
Yeah. Only those build who were connected in a certain way as elementals with the previous physical body. Only those build who were connected in a certain way as elementals with the previous physical body of the owner of the new body. Okay, so this is all connected to the previous physical body impressions, isn't it? That's what he's talking
Pardon?
about.
One sec.
Only those
Let me just read
build.
it once again. Only those build. That means there is superfluous material. You have got 1 kg of salt at home. You are going to take a pinch of it in making the dish.
Okay.
Okay. Now, only those build who were connected in a certain way as elementals with the previous physical body of the owner of the new body. Right? They are one way or the other connected because they have to complete their karmas, their
With the
thoughts,
previous
they have to
physical body
balance.
in the past life.
Correct. In the earlier lives, I will not say past life, I will say
In the earlier life. Yeah, that's right. In the earlier life.
Correct.
So that's
when
what
the
I'm saying.
summons come to them, some are free in the elements, some are bound in plants, and some are in animals. That is how I think I am able to relate to this particular sentence with that heart, soul, and spirit. That book I circulated, the Sufism, right? I think that is what is meaning, the 7 aspects of the soul that are coming together. When the summons come to them, some are free in elements, they are in the elemental form. Some are bound in plants, and some are in animals. They must obey the summons. Those that are free go at once. Those that are in plants are set free. Those that are in animal bodies are set free by the natural death or destruction of the animals in which they are. Okay. In this way, the elementals which once operated in parts of a human body come together in the physical atmosphere of the mother and pass into her body through the light, breath, water, and food. So the building of the body consists of elementals that are distributed in nature, in the universe, right? It could be in various forms. Some are still elementals or elements, free elements. Some have migrated into becoming the characteristics of a plant. Some have become animal characteristics, or they are residing in the animal. Because all these are part of the atmosphere. Okay. Now they have to be pulled back. Right? When they receive these messages, they have to obey that. Wherever you are going to get attracted. Okay. And in this way, the elementals which are once operated in parts of a human body come together in the physical atmosphere of the mother. Now, where is this physical atmosphere of the mother?
In the womb.
It is the aura of the mother. Sir, we are forgetting the diagram completely, where he shows the human aura. I don't recall which diagram number is.
Yeah.
5 points.
Some D or something like that. I don't recall
Yeah, 5.
exactly where it is. I will show you. We keep forgetting what we have studied. So we have to do refresher course. Sir, this is the atmosphere of the human body.
Right.
Clear? Okay. Are you able to see this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? Can I make it larger than this? Yes, of course. I can make it still larger, still larger. Do you see this?
Yeah.
Right? And this is the physical atmosphere of the human being. The fourfold physical human body. What has it got? It has got this atmosphere. This is the atmosphere of the human. Atmosphere of the mother. Right? Okay. Gradually, right, they enter in the form of light, breath, water, and food. Gradually, they are built into the body of the embryo. Those which are built in before the placenta is developed. Now, let us go back to the earlier diagram. Okay. Now, those that are built before the placenta life section up to here, thoughts of life, embryonic life section, etc., which have got all the inputs coming from up to this stage and then moving into their corresponding one, right? Okay. Gradually, they are built into the body of the embryo. Those which are built in before the placenta is developed, during the amniotic period, come in by osmosis. Those which make up the fetus after placental development has begun are breathed by the mother from her atmosphere into her lungs, enter her bloodstream, pass through the umbilical cord, and are built into the fetus. Both are clear?
Right. There are two types.
Yes.
One is pre-development of placenta.
The placenta, placenta.
After development of placenta.
Correct.
Mm.
Anybody who is a biology and zoology student here?
So, what is amniotic period?
Amniotic is, I think, the gestation period between placenta
9 months.
into this one.
Is it 9 months?
No. It is for one of the trimesters.
First one, probably, yeah.
It might be the first trimester.
So, when does placenta develop?
As per the diagram, I think it is the first trimester. Sir, the moment placenta doesn't develop, the fetal growth will not be there.
Through placenta, the baby gets the nutrition from the mother, isn't it?
No,
Correct.
coming
Later on,
by
it becomes
osmosis.
the umbilical cord, but before
yeah.
that, placenta is the
before that,
first
yeah.
stage.
See, coming by osmosis, he's talking about. What is osmosis? When does
Seeping
it start?
through.
Sorry?
No, please, there are two different types. There are certain aspects that come in through before the placenta is fully developed. Since there is no umbilical cord yet, these are seeped. Osmosis means it passes through the diaphragm.
Passes through, yeah.
Okay,
through the
diaphragm. So
yes.
once the placenta develops, you have the other umbilical cord. The rest of the part comes through the umbilical. That's what it means. It's not two types. Both happen.
Yeah.
Some parts happen before the placenta development. One part, those that are developed before the placenta come through osmosis, come through seeping in through the diaphragm.
Yeah.
The other parts happens through the umbilical cord. That's what it means.
Yeah. Yes.
I will actually add to that. See, in the previous para, right? How does that enter here? Those that are free go at once. Those that are in plants are set free. Those that are in animal bodies are set free by the natural death or destruction of animals in which they are. In this way, the elementals which are once operated in parts of a human body come together in the physical atmosphere of the mother and pass into her body through light, breath, water, and food. Okay, keep this here. Let us see the definition of osmosis. Come on.
Osmosis can happen only when they are liquid form, not in a solid form.
Exactly. Now, that is the point I was trying to bring out. Osmosis, the spontaneous passage or diffusion of water or other solvents through a semi-permeable membrane.
Full membrane.
That is osmosis.
Correct.
Okay. So taking that example and linking it to the previous sentence that I just read, gradually they are built into the body of the embryo. Those which are built in before the placenta is developed. So placenta is developed by virtue of all these components entering the body, and that development is happening because of osmosis. Okay. During the stage of this progression of placenta, it is becoming the umbilical cord.
Yeah.
Right? And they do not happen in a serial order. They happen in parallel. Because some of them are required for the other umbilical cord to get formed too. Because those that are ready have already come in. Okay. Those, yeah. Right?
Correct.
Mother. Okay. Now, after the placental development has begun, are breathed by the mother. So that means they are entering through the mother's breath. Where what is mother breathing? Mother is breathing in her atmosphere.
Through her legs.
Through her aura. Taking this taking on by the breath form of a new carnal body is a resurrection, right, of the former body. That means the former body is getting recreated. The body, when we burn it or put it, is again getting broken down. Please understand. The body, there is only one body. That is the completely balanced triune cell.
Yeah.
When the body has become impure, that body, impure body has come down to the earth along with the doer. Okay. That body is utilized for the purpose of purification. That body is separated and left behind. The decomposed subparticles in the environment are today occupied by animals. They are occupied by, because they also breathe, right? There is an interaction. Your component might be sitting in them after you have been decomposed. So those are brought back and recreated. What a process, sir. Amazing, right?
No, very simple. From for a simple law of physics, what it means to say is physics also says matter and energy can only be controlled,
Destroyed.
right?
Yeah,
Can
it
be
cannot be
transformed.
destroyed.
They cannot be destroyed.
They can
Yeah.
exactly. So when
Yeah.
your body actually, when the body physically dies, you see that matter is there. Where does it go? It has to remain in different forms. But then later on, it comes back into the form it has to be in. That's what it implies from pure physics point of view.
Yeah.
My only hope is, but no, I just wanted to know. I only hope is there are other spiritualists like him who has also supported this point of view. Because the first place where I had come across this aspect, though it is known from the point of physics, from the spiritual point of view, this is the first author I'm come across who's mentioned this. So I wanted to know if there are any more who supported this.
I am not aware.
I have a question here. If the previous body's matter is disintegrated into the building elements, why would they go into the other plants and other animals?
Sir, what are you breathing in?
No, but
let's answer that with a question.
Say that again.
Are you breathing in the matter that is surrounding wherever you are staying?
Yeah, but what he's talking about is that those, whatever, either the particles or subparticles, whatever they are, they have to come back to form this body, the new body that he is forming.
Correct. And he has given you the process also.
No, if they are identified with this body, why would they go into the other bodies?
What will they do? Where will they? In what form should be there? They have to be in some form, right?
You have already buried or cremated.
They don't have to have another body. They can stay as elements.
Sir, that is the problem. We are thinking of when we go and wear the spectacles of a microbiologist. Am I visible the way I am? Or does he see me as a collection of cells? How does he see me?
Both are true.
What is both are true? He will not see me physically.
You are, well, I mean, put together you are the form.
No, sir,
and
in your room, right? Currently, whatever you see, you are seeing the room to be clean. Right? Why don't you run a vacuum cleaner and then look into the bag that you have collected?
No, I mean, whatever you are saying, I agree.
That heat is the content of the elementals only, correct?
So my question is not that. My question is basically, when a new conception happens, what he is saying is some either matter or below matter or in the light form, whatever form it is, they are indexed. They have to come back to this particular womb.
Correct.
Right. So
they
why
are not indexed, sir? He is not saying they are indexed. They were part of this body once upon a time.
Yeah, right. So now they
So
belong
they
to
have to
somebody.
come back because nobody is generating these.
No, they are part of the body now of some other being.
Correct. So that has to come back.
So,
It has to be extracted back.
no,
Otherwise,
sir.
where will you get the material from, sir?
Okay, okay. By that, what you are telling me indirectly is that that particular speck belongs to more than one body. Because the current body, previous body,
Sir. That is why you need the impression. The raw material is the same. Can you make out of the wheat flour? Can you make a samosa?
no, the
Can you make
question
a
is,
samosa?
no, if
Sir,
I
answer
already
my
made it,
question.
sir,
Answer
if
my question. You can make a samosa?
I don't know because I don't make samosas, but whatever it is, but,
Okay. Can you make chapati?
yeah, chapatis can be made
Can
from
you
the
make
wheat
puri?
flour or
No.
any
Can you
flour
make
that you can make.
puri? Can you make puri?
I don't think so.
The ingredients are the same.
Yeah,
The ingredients are the same.
the process
This
is different.
body needs it.
No,
But
but what I'm talking about is that you
energy
cannot have,
balancing, sir. Energy balancing. Go back to the balancing aspect.
I don't know, sir. Maybe, I mean, I don't want to take more time on it, but my understanding is limited on it because a particular matter that is coming back to this body belongs also to some other body.
It has
So-
gone and settled there. It has gone and settled there.
I don't know.
All of
when
them had a
taking
body
shelter.
when they were in
It
the
was taking
triune self
shelter.
form, sir. Sir. See,
it's not,
the confusion is coming from this understanding that there is a triune self, correct? And realm of permanence, you had a body which was perfectly balanced.
yes,
The triune self is knower, thinker, doer in a perfectly balanced body.
yes,
Now that body got corrupted.
yes.
So,
We-
but for purification again, that body is required. Otherwise, the doer cannot do anything. That body is represented by means of 7 minds, different characteristics, composed of elementals. This body is a nature machine. You forgot that. Okay. The body that I came back to this earth with, I can't take it above because it is impure. It is not good enough for the knower and thinker to occupy. That is what he has explained earlier. Okay. Now, I am also
Can you go
not an authority. I am only putting down his sentences together.
Yeah. Can we go back one more line before this page? The last one. This taking on by the breath form of a new carnal body is a resurrection of
The former body, because the
former
body that came
Yeah.
from the triune cell, along with the doer of the triune cell, to get purified, right, is now left behind on the earth. Whom does that body belong to? As per his explanation thus far, it belongs to the triune self. But because it disintegrated and went and settled in various places,
Yeah.
he is calling them back.
Yeah. It's basically that's it. Depending upon his thoughts,
Correct.
in the at the end of his death of his body, again they're coming back, depending upon his impressions.
No,
Correct.
so is the case with the other plants and other animals also.
Yes, they also have.
Yeah, because
So when
yeah.
they need, this body disintegrates
Sir, please understand.
because the life
They
of
are
an insect.
they are part of the evolutionary process. Ultimately, they have to merge with the triune self.
That's a different
Correct,
path.
but now In your process of getting purified, you have gone through mineral kingdom, you have gone through plant kingdom, you have gone through animal kingdom.
Yeah, but I thought we are not going
They
back.
are coming back to your body. As per the Sufism, your elementals which formed your minerals, which were sitting in the minerals, is part of your bones. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's
Then
proceed.
you have got your digestive system, which is your plant. The emotional aspect of your anger, greed, your survival component, all those are coming from the animal kingdom. All those are matters that are coming and forming, right? They need not be just body parts. They are everything together is the body, correct? And body from a biological or a microbiologist perspective is a collection of dishes. That is very, they are all a collection of cells,
Yes.
which is exactly what biology of belief is explaining to us.
Yeah.
And the environment that he is talking of is in your aura, is your physical atmosphere. Are you with me?
Yeah, probably, sir. That's okay. Let's go.
Now, please read further. That will answer your question also.
The flora and fauna of the world do not spring into existence at the order of a personal God. They are created by the thoughts of a man. A part
Sir,
of
that
this
is further to answer your question,
yeah,
which is a very good question.
yeah.
Right? The flora and fauna, the plant kingdom and the animal kingdom, flora and fauna of the world do not spring into existence at the order of a personal God. They are created by the thoughts of a man. A part of this subject has a bearing upon psychic destiny at the time of birth of a new body. He's explaining that point here.
Yeah.
Right? Let's go further, ma'am.
During the
Yeah.
previous life, the doer had desires for prey, cruelty, squalor, or venom. These desires bond the union of male and female animals and are later embodied in the offspring. So
He's explaining
basically,
that beautifully here.
yeah,
And
how the doers.
this also is very well explained by the understanding that we have got all the kingdoms inside us.
Animal kingdom and plant kingdom.
Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, mineral. So
Very
during
well
the
explained.
during the previous life, the doer had desires for prey, cruelty, squalor, or venom. These desires bond the union of male and female animals and are later embodied in the offspring. In this manner, human feelings and desires become pigs, cats, fish, and other animals. Cattle, sheep, deer, zebras, horses, and dogs are of a different kind and are the
One second.
embodiment.
Let us also take note here. It is very interesting.
So some of these animals which are not domestic, pigs, not domestic. I think that the smaller
These are
and bigger animals.
domesticated. No, these are domesticated.
Domesticated. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So cattle, sheep, deer, zebras, horses, and dogs are of a different kind and are the embodiment of a better class of desires. Animals have no indwellers in the sense of doers in human bodies, nor have they AIAs. They are they are feelings and desires, and their bodies are made up of elementals. Some of these animals are formed during the lifetime of the man, some after his death. So these are all basically.
Sir. Here, I would request that all of us think about what Patriji says. You are eating yourself, he says.
When
Right?
you eat them, when
This
you eat the
adds
animal.
tremendous value to that sentence. You created all those and you are consuming them. Right? So read that again, ma'am, whatever is highlighted in that red color.
The cattle, sheep, deer, zebras, horses, and dogs are of a different kind and are of the embodiment of a better class of desires. Animals have no indwellers in the sense of doers in human bodies, nor have they AIAs. They are feelings and desires, and their bodies are made up of elementals. Some of these animals are formed during the lifetime of the man, some after his death. So
any question on that? On that last sentence?
Just as an interest, the existentialist philosophy Heidegger makes a similar point in the sense he says, who gave the man the right to think that the planet is meant only for him? Because we are consuming everything. He said we don't have a right to consume other things. Because it doesn't belong to, nobody told us that it belongs to only us.
True.
There's something like what Patriji also says, you consume it. He said, Heidegger asked, who gave you the idea that, so why are we consuming? We have become consumers. And we are not supposed to be consumers.
When the call is sent out at conception, these former desires in their animal grabs have to obey the call.
Dresses, animal garbs, animal garbs.
Yes. Correct, animal bodies.
Have to obey the
animal
call.
Bodies in which they are die so as to have the animal-like feelings and desires present in the order in which they are needed for the new human body that is being built. So animals and plants are more like banks, where you deposit whatever you had at the time of leaving this world and then collect it back. Only thing is vitamin M is missing in them.
So according to him, so with the man with the cruel feelings, do they go back to animals?
No. That they will have representation in the human being. It will manifest in your anger and all that, which are the characteristics no? During the previous life.
Characteristic.
Yeah.
Got it.
This is what is explained in that Sufism book. That's a beautiful book. You should read it.
Sufism link, sorry, is it still available?
It is there in the group, sir. You go to docs of our group.
Yes.
Okay.
It will be there.
On the top.
It is heart, soul, and spirit.
It is in thinking and destiny or awake?
No. It is in thinking and destiny as well as awake. Both.
I will post again, sir.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, go ahead. Do it. Right?
So why did he separate?
Yeah.
I just have a question. When he separated pigs, cats, fish, and other animals, so basically it's because of the domestic animals?
Yeah, domestication.
Okay.
Because they have a different class. See, there, what is he showing? the look for prey and all is not rampant among dogs, zebras, deer and all. Okay. They have a diminished instinct to kill. Their instinct to kill is diminished to a large extent.
Mm.
Yeah.
When the call is sent out at conception, these former desires in their animal garbs have to obey the call. The animal bodies in which they are die so as to have the animal-like feelings and desires present in the order in which they are needed for the new human body that is being built. So these animal bodies in which they are die so as to have the animal-like feelings and desires present in the order in which they are needed for a new human body that is being built. These animal types are built into the radiant solid body and partly into the flesh body, and are later in life the basis for thoughts like those of which these animal shapes were the exteriorizations. So can you explain? I didn't get it. The animal bodies in which they are die so as to have animal, that part I got it.
Okay. Now what is he saying? These animal types are built into the radiant solid body and partly into the flesh body of the body that is getting built.
Yes.
Okay. And
Yeah.
are later in life the basis of those corresponding thoughts.
Yeah.
Right? Which were emanating from the feelings and desires of the animal shapes. Right? Are you getting it? So, are later in life the basis for thoughts like those of which these animal shapes were the exteriorizations. That means those thoughts, those feelings that were developed in you, exteriorized as these animals. Okay. They are coming with those impressions back to your body. Is that correct, Jagdish sir?
Correct. Absolutely right. Sorry.
Right. So that means
yes.
You see the exteriorization of the animal is coming from your thoughts and feelings.
Yeah.
They exteriorized. When they have to come back to you for getting into your body based on your soul plan, they will come back to you. They have to come back and you continue. This is another way of saying that the soul, for the soul, there is no given lifetime. It is a contiguous process. Right? Now, Swarna, for us in the spiritual tablets, this is part of the circulation that we need to understand.
Yes, sir.
The circulatory forces that act on the body, even this is part of that circulation. This could be the karmic impact.
Yes, sir.
Right.
And also,
good point for.
Suppose if people, they have pet animals, when they are so much attached to it, when the animals die, so they still have those impressions.
Yes. And
so they carry with
everything
them.
that is happening in this world, in this universe.
Yeah.
Chaitu, I will call you after I finish my session. Okay, do you want to call back later? I will. Okay. So, right? So, that. Oh, I didn't realize he has also written about the circulations.
Yeah. The next para.
I mean,
So
I didn't read that.
Yeah, the domestic animal impressions, so they are carrying with them.
Correct. So they come back to you
Yeah.
in the same characteristic. The way you left it, it is coming back to you.
Okay.
So that is how it will also extend into becoming the universal oneness.
Mm. And also that is how some people, they become more animal lovers, pet lovers. Some
So,
have the
even if
affinity.
it is the pet man,
No.
that pet is a manifestation of your thoughts towards it. So that is also
Yeah.
getting refined through your petting the animal.
Mm.
See, you will give it a
Yeah.
lot of care. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That means that animal's instinct that is going back to whoever was the earlier owner, that is also getting purified, because the animal, even in the animal's body, there is progression.
Through you, through us. Yeah.
Through us or through our
owner.
elementals that are
Yeah.
released by our body.
Yeah.
So that becomes the progression of the universe itself.
Okay. It's all attached.
This book is literally giving us such a vast understanding of the universal truth.
How we are connected, how we are all
Correct.
connected through elementals.
Exactly. Swarna, this can also be used for explaining universal oneness.
Correct, sir. Universal
Yeah.
love and vegetarianism,
Correct.
and
correct.
yeah, everything is connected here.
Yeah, ma'am, continue.
Okay. So the cycles go on, and the circulations from man to nature and from nature to man are kept up. The thoughts take form in animal shapes, and upon the destruction of the shapes, the indwelling feelings and desires seek the source of their existence. Oh, that is how the thoughts take the form in animal shapes, and upon the destruction of the shapes, that is upon the destruction of the animal, the indwelling, the indwelling feelings and desires seek the source of their existence. They return to the psychic atmosphere of which they are a part. They return to the psychic atmosphere of which they are a part. In this way, animals transmigrate from nature into man. Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
ऐसा किताब हाथ में मिल गया तो इसको छोड़ने का मन नहीं कर रहा है अभी.
From the last sentence, does it mean man is not part of nature?
Man is a nature machine, so he is part of the nature, no?
So why is he saying in this way? Animals transmigrate from nature into man.
Correct.
But man
because
is also
they get
in
purified.
nature.
Sir. When I am a nature matter, right? I belong to the nature as much as the animal does. But the animal is taken from through my thoughts.
Yeah.
He's talking about animals transmigrate.
Sir, don't read one sentence individually. Read the entire para once again. So the cycles go on. Or I will even start with the previous. These animal types are built into the radiant solid body and partly into the flesh body, and are later in life the basis of thoughts like those of which these animal shapes were the exteriorizations.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
so
fine.
the cycles go on. The cycles go on. Think about it from the perspective of a disintegrated body.
Yeah.
Think at the fundamentals.
Nitrogen
Think
cycle.
at the fundamentals, exactly.
Circulation from man to nature.
Exactly.
From nature to man. That means he's distinguishing between the man and the nature.
Correct.
The circulations
Sir,
from
what is
man
nature? What is nature? Is part
Yeah,
of the universe.
no, according to him, it is only the plants, minerals, and the animals. Man doesn't belong to the nature. That's what that sentence speaks about.
That is a wrong connotation. Man has got the body, it has got the knower, it has got the thinker, it has got the doer. Some portions of these are also part of nature, right? But the circulation, he has to make that sentence for us to understand. Right? So, man to nature is basically the same matter in the CKD form, completely knocked down form, is nature. When that is put together into a particular shape and organized accordingly, it is man. There are only two entities, CKD form, full form. CKD is nature. You got the fire, you got the air, you got the water, you got the, and then you got the akasha, which is the impression. Or the combination of that is the man. The man who has evolved becomes the triunes. Correct? So there is only nature and matter. The transmigration or transmutation, etc., of man, while the movement of nature to man, man to nature is happening, is animals. They return to the psychic because man is sitting in the physical atmosphere. Animals are also in the physical atmosphere. When you break them down completely, they are distributed across.
Your study.
Okay, you want me to go there?
No, you haven't closed the window. No, don't.
Yeah, I'm not yet. I'm not. Where am I? Where am I sleeping? No yet.
Okay. Meditating, I thought.
No.
Okay. So now let us understand the other entities. Ma'am, you can continue.
Okay. They return to the psychic atmosphere of which they are a part. In this way, animals transmigrate from nature into man. Malformations, defects, diseases, and disposition to ailments which come in later life are built by elementals from impressions upon the breath form into the radiant solid body at about the time that they appear in the flesh. Okay, so these malformations, defects, diseases, and disposition to ailments which come in later life are built by elementals from impressions upon the breath form. So they are the impressions upon the breath form into the radiant solid body at about the time that they appear in the flesh. These
they
formations
are called for. See, they are converted from the elements
Akashic.
get converted in line with the impressions that have got formed because of the thoughts and feelings and desires of the individual in the form at the appropriate time. Now apply the formula of time, place, and all those
Yeah,
things.
condition.
Correct. Then they become exteriorized.
So these impressions also, they are coming from Akashic records. They're sitting there.
No,
And
they are
then
sitting, we only put it there, it is coming back to us.
Yeah. And also by elementals, they're forming as diseases, and defects and all those. And then they appear in the flesh. So that is how we are getting all these allergies, different allergies from plants, and also animal dander. Yeah, these formations are forms of thoughts in a former life, in a former life, repetition of some thought or a sudden energy concentrated and poured into a thought gave it a mold which made an impression upon the AIA. So either, yeah, the formation of our thoughts or in a repetition form of this energy concentrated and poured into a thought gave it a mold which made an impression upon the AIA. So basically AIA is nothing but those elemental nature, and they're it's forming the impressions, and those
So,
it come
actually,
yeah,
the best way to understand this, as you just
yeah,
finished reading, what I got into my mind is as follows. We are existing everywhere in the CKD form. CKD standing for completely knocked down form.
okay,
We are
yeah,
spread across all the entire universe.
in energy form,
In energy form, in subparticle form, and so on.
yeah, yeah,
Distributed in the atmospheres of
all
each
over
of the portion
kingdom,
of the universe. You call it the physical world, you call it the psychic world, you call it the mental world, or you call it the radiant world.
yeah,
Okay. Some portion of those components are put together, and just like when we clean a room with a broomstick or a vacuum cleaner, the entire dust is collected to a particular shape, which is the shape of
yeah,
the bag. Right? Here,
yeah,
since there are feelings attached and distributed, all those are exteriorized as animals, as plants, correct? And
yeah,
free bodies. These free bodies are immediately attracted to the new framework that is getting created for the new body. They have become raw material now. And on the other side, we have got the impression which is sitting in the Akash, which is the ether.
yeah, yes,
Correct? Now they are all getting collated, called upon and collated and fixed into all these components. But what has happened is while they were left alone, right? Those feelings were empowered by the feelings of greed, etc., which are now characterized into animal feelings, plant feelings, and so on. Okay, and they have got disintegrated. That impression is still there,
okay,
like the MAC address in a network card,
yeah,
right? MAC address will not change. You can give it a different IP address. You can do so many things. It's very difficult to change the MAC address because it is hard coded. Likewise, our animal feelings, etc., were also undergoing changes the way the animal was getting treated, etc. Right? That is my interpretation, my understanding. All those are coming back and entering this body through the mother, the aura of the mother. Okay. And we are getting our new body. Okay. So that is what
does
he
he
has
mean? What does he mean later in life? In later life.
So now there are some of these impressions are related to a particular perspective of life. The right time.
Oh, okay. Some are in youth, some are in adulthood. Okay, got it.
Right.
Different stages of life.
Malformations, defects, diseases, and dispositions to ailments which come in later life are built by elementals from impressions upon the breath form into the radiant solid body at about the time that they appear in flesh. In the sense, that is the timing.
Yeah.
for the exteriorization.
These formations are forms of thoughts. In a former life, repetition of some thought or a sudden energy concentrated and poured into a thought gave it a mold which made an impression upon the AIA. Elementals now sense the mark which is projected upon the new breath form and built into the radiant solid and then into the flesh body. Elementals now sense the mark which is projected upon the new breath form and build into the radiant solid and then into the flesh. Basically, that aura goes into the flesh body and expresses, exteriorizes, isn't it? So those impressions first go into the aura, which is the radiant solid form, and then that marks into the projection of into a flesh body. The thought is exhibited now in the part of the body or connected with the center through which the thoughts of that particular kind usually come into. Can we go down? Can you scroll down?
Yeah.
The thought is exhibited now in that part of the body or connected with the center through which the thoughts of that particular kind usually come into the human system when a man thinks. So it exhibits in that particular part of the body or flesh of the body.
When we think, for example,
When we
let us
think.
say we think positive or we think negative. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy it has not struck me. And the next day you find that it struck you.
Mm-hmm.
Right? That means you
Yeah.
thought about it, correct?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Either way. Okay. Yeah. About that. Yeah.
Right.
The physical body is prepared and built in the prenatal state by the 4 classes of elementals, which are the earth, fire, air, all those 4. Yeah.
Correct.
According as one class predominates in the combination, the man is endowed with certain abilities or disabilities which come out in his youth or in later years. Depending upon the combination of these 4 elementals, man is endowed with certain abilities or disabilities which come out in his youth or in later years. Where the 5 elementals prevail, the man will be, if the 5 elementals prevail, the man will be agile and quick in his movements. Where the air elementals prevail, he will be graceful, a dancer, a jumper, or a runner, and can pass over the heights without fear of falling. The water elementals give a love for water, swimming, and bathing. The earth elementals make him heavy in body so that he prefers to keep on solid ground. So basically, people who love the earth and have more elemental of earth, they are kind of obese.
Not necessarily obese.
That's what
Heavy, heavy in body does not
mean.
Obese is
mean
not
that
necessarily heavy. Their composition. For example, my bone weight is very high.
Oh, okay, got it. Okay. Okay, heavy. Okay, heavy in that sense. Okay. So that he prefers to keep on solid ground. These 4 classes of elementals are combined in different proportions. Where one class is lacking, the person will, where one class, when one class is lacking, the person will fear the conditions which the lacking class would have made agreeable to him. Okay. In case if
so now he is talking about Linda Goodman, the Sunshines.
Yeah. Yeah, some people are in a fear of water.
Or let's put it the other way. Linda Goodman is now talking about this.
So the lack of fire elementals causes fear of fire and inability to deal with it and danger of being burnt. The lack of air elementals will cause a dread of dizzy heights or any heights, of looking into deep places, or of walking on a trestle. Such a person will never make a good dancer or a swift runner. The lack of water elementals becomes evident by dislike of the water and by misgiving where water is concerned. By misgivings where water is concerned. Such a person will not really enjoy bathing or make a good swimmer. Yeah. Lack of the earth element will cause one to get away from the land and seek the water. He will be ever moving about, restless and seeking change.
Because
So
is missing, right?
Yeah.
Now
He keeps on
think
moving.
about the same elements in line with the 4 chakras of survival.
Yeah, the Mooladhara is earthbound.
No. Actually, before Mooladhara, there is one more, which has been merged into Mooladhara. It was known as the Vasundhara Chakra.
Oh.
Yes, I heard of it.
Yeah, that is the Mother Earth.
Oh, I see.
Right?
Okay. According to the predominance or absence of a certain class of elementals, one will select or be attracted to or led into a vocation, and certain events will happen to him. Those who become firemen, stokers, smelters,
Stokers.
electricians, STOKers, what is that?
Stokers means once you stoke, who increase fire. See, for example, in a fire engine, there's a person assistant who adds coal to the fire. That's called. So anyone who increases, who
acts as a catalyst.
Anyone who instigates,
Yeah.
your action is called a stoker.
Okay.
Yeah.
Instigates. Stokers, smelters, electricians, fighters, actors, or astronomers by choice do so because in them the fire elementals predominate. Okay, in all these people, the fire elementals predominate. In dancers, mountain climbers, aeronauts, athletes, musicians, poets, and singers, the air element prevails. The water elementals make men sailors, fishermen, boatmen, are good cooks. Cook also has the water element.
Taste.
It's amazing. Oh,
No.
okay. Taste
Water
buds.
element is taste.
I see. Yeah, correct. Oh, that
So
is how
this
they
book
make
can
him.
also convert us to astrologers to a very large extent.
The water elementals make men sailors, fishermen, boatmen, are good cooks. The earth elementals make men workers of the soil, miners, farmers, or masons, because they work with the soil most of the time, or the ground. The 4 temperaments are due to the prevalence of elementals of a particular class in the personal makeup. Fire elementals make men ardent. What is irascible?
Irritable, basically.
Oh, irritable. Okay, irritable and quarrelsome. Air elementals make them dreamers and light-hearted. Water elementals make them restless. Restless, adventurous, and changeable. Water elementals make them restless, adventurous, and changeable. And earth elementals
why
make
is
them.
that? No, why is that? There is excessive flexibility.
Yeah, because whatever it takes the same shape.
Exactly, correct.
Yeah.
Fluidity.
Fluidity.
Exactly, because water typically takes the form of
any
the container.
shape. Yeah, the container. Yep. Yeah. So the earth elementals make them heavy, stolid, and materialistic.
Material.
Stable and materialistic.
Yeah, stable and materialistic. Worldly success and failures are determined, and foundations for them are built into the embryo by these 4 classes of elementals from the magic symbols on the breath form. Okay, so what are those magic symbols? Okay. Each class of elementals represents its own great sphere of fire, air, water, or earth. But in the earth sphere, the other 3 worlds are subordinated to the physical world, where the great spirit of the earth rulers, great spirit of the earth rules, and where the most concrete form of his rule is money. Oh, I see. Okay. So people who are on the more earthbound, they're material success, they go for material success.
Yeah.
They concentrate the concrete. Okay. Rule is where am I? And where the most concrete form of his rule is money. For one to have the material success, the earth elementals must be powerful in his makeup. Okay, so earth element is dominating in where the material success is there, or if we concentrate on money making. The building of the body in its prenatal state is thus done by elementals that work out in physical matter the lines on the breath form made by previous thinking and thoughts. Oh, these lines of on the breath form are made by the thinking and thoughts, previous thinking and thoughts.
That's
Shall we
exactly correct.
stop here? It is becoming 11
Yeah.
o'clock.
Yeah. Even I want to stop. Yeah. Thank you. It's very, very interesting. Yeah.
So I think by the end of this chapter, we'll all become astrologers.
I would say speculators.
Yeah, not
that
astrologer.
is true.
I agree.
Yeah,
I agree
speculators.
with
That's true.
this, yes.
That's correct.
Because astrology is connected with the stars. Here he is connecting with the elementals.
Yeah.
Sir,
Yes.
see, actually, astrology is connected with these also. He also delves into astrology at a later stage.
Oh,
Okay.
It has to be, if it has to be, because all the elementals and the auras without, if they
Radiant
are in a
matter.
particular form, yeah, they all have to be in a particular form, and that determines the characteristics of this element. So it has to be that way. Only thing is, we need to
can you
understand.
switch off the recording?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let us stop the recording. Yeah.
I can only